Rich Paul, my guy, friend of the show, Rich Paul, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
friend of the show, Rich Paul. I'm looking over a specific draft year where 18 of the top 30 picks are out of the league before reaching the second deal. It's more than half. They want you guys to focus on the money. So the focus is the pick number. Focus on the details of being professional and building great habits. This will allow you to maintain a position, and the money will come alongside of that. After you drafted, the work starts over. You go from number one to now one of 450. And nobody cares about where you went in the draft. Young agents evaluate the character and the talent the same. It's okay to not have a guy in the lottery. Lottery is for ego, not evolution. When I say who, that's for both agent and player. It means zero in your next meeting as an agent, blah blah blah. Oh, it means zero in your next meeting as an agent, and zero for the player against competition on Tuesday night. Um, Nobody wants to talk about this era of basketball. Do y'all have an idea as to which which draft he's talking about? Could y'all guess?
18.
They gotta be recently.
Yeah.
18 of the top 30.
Where 18 of the top 30 are no longer is that 15?
After the second deal?
It's 14 or 15. It's the one I want to say either I think the D book one, right?
It might be a 13 one. 13 year. That sounds like that could be the year. The Giannis year? The year Giannis won what?
Hell
13?
no, Chad. 2018 is one of the best of all time.
I would think 13.
I think it's I probably would say the D book one gun to my head.
13, 15. I'm trying to think who was 16. 16.
I'll start us off at 13.
Wait, second year, my bad. Not out the league today. Out the league, second year.
By the second deal. So after
second deal also 4
years.
years. Okay.
So the first 4 years in the
that
league.
still might be.
I'll
start 13 or 15.
I'll start us off at 13.
Yeah, 13 or 15. Maybe
Anthony Bennett, Vic, Otto Porter, Cody Zeller, Alex Lynn. And I mean, this would be hard for us to look. KCP, Trey Burke, CJ McCollum, Michael Carter Williams. I think this isn't it.
No, that's not it.
It's
that's
close. It is very close, though. But nah.
Only two names so far I want to say I heard so far was out the league by their second deal.
Oh, yeah. I keep thinking out the league, second deal.
This is 14.
It ain't going to be 14.
Wiggles, Jabari, Joel, Aaron
That's
Gordon.
a deep draft.
Dante Exum. So this isn't it. Okay, it's not 14.
I mean, it's 18 out of 30. So I mean, it could be at a certain point. It's a drop off, a significant drop off for like 10 or 11.
I think he's talking about.
I'm looking wrong here. Yeah, I'm
what
wrong.
15?
Yeah,
Cat,
15.
Cat, D'Lo, Jaleel, KCP or KP,
Yeah.
Mario Hazonia, Willie Cauley-Stein, Emmanuel Mudiay, Stanley Johnson, Frank Kaminsky, Justice Winslow, Miles Turner, Devin Booker, Trey Lyles. Yeah. Okay. So this is. I think this is. We're looking at some names down here at the bottom.
Where's 20? Where's 20 and down? What's 20 and down?
20 and down. DeLone Wright, Justin Anderson, Bobby Portis, Rondé Hollis Jefferson, Tyus Jones, Jarrell Martin, Larry Nance Jr. is in there.
That's a lot of names. It ain't 18.
Kevin Looney is in there. I don't think this is it.
Yeah, that's not it.
But that did have a lot of names, though. That did have like 8 to 10.
This is 16.
This was another draft I'm thinking of.
Ben Simmons, B.I., Jaylen Brown, Dragon Bender, Chris Dunn, Buddy Hield, Jamal Murray, Marquise Chris, Jakob Poeltl, Thon Maker, Sabonis, Torian Prince, Georges Papillionis, Denzel Valentine, Juancho,
this one.
Yabusele, Wade Baldwin, Henry Ellison, Malik Beasley, Karis LeVert, DeAndre Bembry, Malachi Richardson, Ante Zizic, TLC, Bryce Johnson, Korkmaz, Pascal.
I was 1 year off. I was thinking the one or Brandon Ingram in my head. I didn't say it, so I'm not gonna act like I
gotta be 16.
I think it's 16.
So
it's gotta be 16.
I think it's 16.
So what I want to say and why I thought this was interesting, because we don't talk about this. We don't talk about this enough. There's an era of basketball. I think it was ruined by a lot of different things, but that had so much talent that didn't materialize. And we never talk about this in the evolution conversation. Oh, evolution of basketball is so much better, blah, 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 blah. But if they end up getting caught up and never really materializing, can we say that this era of basketball is so much better than the past? Because like right now, apparently, we're facing an issue of like having a face of the league. If these niggas never get it together, can we say that it was better than the 90s?
It depends on
Yeah.
what you mean by better.
The
do you
average
mean by
player is
better?
easily better, and the guys that are out the league, is not a skill issue. It's just being able to have certain fits and so many spots in the league as is. And you can say, oh, there's this many teams compared to how the WNBA has this many teams, but there are still only 15 roster spots per team, and then so many spots in the G League. Niggas are good. They just might not be able to fit in the system or be able to fit here, fit there. This coach might not like his pass. There are a lot of reasons why a guy won't work out, but it doesn't mean they don't go over to the Euro League and be a good pro. If you're a good pro over in the Euro League, you can easily be better than some of the niggas that was hooping as a third string player back in the 90s. Just because they were able to maintain a roster spot don't mean they were better than you. Like,
ultimately, I think the floor. Oh shit! It was so
No, you can go. You can go.
Ultimately, the floor. I've had this take for a long time. It's not necessarily new, but it's not one that's brought up enough. The Florida League. I think this year's NBA modern era clears. I think we just have to be honest with ourselves. Even if you want to say everybody from back then would be just below all NBA caliber defense, damn near, which is insane, Gok, the offensive gap does insanely clear. I think the floor the modern generation has. I think what the modern generation underrates, though, is the peak players at the top were really fucking good. like Magic Johnson. Again, people don't talk about it enough. If he didn't just get HIV and shit, for all we fucking know, he's the MJ. Like, he could add 7 for all we fucking know, or some shit. Michael Jordan, if he didn't fucking retire. Like, I know these are corny what ifs, but this is just to add on to how seriously crazy the legends of our game really are. So I think when you get to the highest level of basketball, what's really a head scratcher for today is a lot of people don't like Jokic. A lot of people have now turned their back on Embiid. A lot of people are slowly turning their back on Giannis. And now everybody's looking at today's league and it's like, the fuck type shit. And when you compare it to the peaks of history in basketball, yeah, it's gonna feel a little lackluster, especially when you can argue, even if everybody was a fan of these players, that those players were still better. So ultimately, I don't think there's a problem on the rise. I think when competition levels out, when the LeBron Jameses actually leave and it's Jokic versus Giannis in terms of like the peak of the peak type stuff, I think those careers will map out and we'll have the conversations yet again. But we're at the awkward point in time where the older generation is still really fucking good, but they're on their way out. But the new generation also really fucking good. And of course they're on their way in. So it's just awkward. But I think over time, everything will calm down.
I also think there's way more second round talent now and undrafted talent.
Yeah.
Compared to generations past, which is why you're seeing less first round draft picks make it to that second contract.
You think that's the case?
That's part of it.
What? So you don't think second round talent is better now?
Well, based off of what he said, and that's why the first rounders may not make it to that second contract. I think we're in a space of, and maybe we're coming out of it. Hopefully we're coming out of it where like the first rounders were being put in like impossible situations. And it depends on the years that we're talking about, of course. But if I look at like, I don't know, the fucking 84 draft or whatever, like the Celtics had a top pick. So they weren't like, whoever was drafted wasn't tasked with, okay, you got to go out here day one, right? And you fucking got to be the face of the franchise. You got to be everything for everybody. Like, that's what we're asking you to do. I'm looking at 83. Well, then this is just a quick look. 83, Ralph Sampson went first. And then 84, the next year, Hakeem goes first to the same team.
And they said, fuck it. And they thought Hakeem was the best player out there.
But what I'm saying is like, nobody's saying, okay, well, you gotta go and be the best player ever, star player right there. Some of these good teams are still getting picks. They still veterans in front of them. They still have time to mature. But I still feel like we're like low key a part of an era of, we're gonna get this guy to try to save this franchise. Expectations don't live up. And then, like Sage just said, in about a year or two, everybody in the NBA is going to turn on you from the outside looking in. Because I ain't going to lie. Oh, I was going to say, I ain't going to lie. John Morant last year, 2 years ago,
Niggas
no.
couldn't shut up about him.
top 5 point guard. Why are we talking about Trae Young? What the fuck is going on? Blase, blase, blah. Now, yo, it's so many people over him. Did they
De'Aaron
really
Fox
win that?
better.
Should De'Aaron Fox is better? Should they have got that thing? Now, mind you, when De'Aaron Fox got drafted, oh, De'Aaron Fox had a breakout season. Oh, he sold this, that, and the third. He gets lost in the sauce, and now he's getting his pick back up now.
But I just thought the question was all about depth, right?
We
It's
all over
not
the place
really-
now. We're talking. Just keep going.
No, okay. Well,
I
it's
was
on
about to,
topic, but
well, I was going to say, I think a lot of it has to do with just fans nowadays fans they are lazy when it comes to watching basketball. A lot of niggas don't really watch basketball. They just watch the 5 players that they like to watch. They don't venture out of that. There's no
Disagree with
reason
that.
why that. There's no reason why that. I mean, hey, if you say
No,
so,
they don't.
that
No, they
like
just go on Twitter. No, I'm sorry. I agree. They just go on Twitter. They literally scan their
box
players,
score watch,
read
box
Twitter,
score watch,
and yeah.
and look at highlights. There's no reason why that lady during the playoffs said that was her first time watching Jokic, his third potential MVP in after doing historical shit offensively the last 2 years. You still got people that haven't sat down and watched a Nuggets game. There are people that haven't watched a lick of Paolo play basketball, but will go out there and say, "Oh my God, if the Magic put Paolo and Markelle Fultz in a future pick, they can get Vic, right?" Like, no, you might want to watch Paolo. Paolo's untradeable. He's untouchable. They're not going to move Paolo because he's that great. But you wouldn't know that because you don't watch those teams. Because, oh my God, who watches the Orlando Magic? Real basketball fans watch the Magic. Niggas can attest. This season, I would randomly put on the scrub teams. Why? To watch the young guys play. Because how else are you going to know how these guys play? How are we going to find the face of the NBA if you're not going to turn them on and watch them? That'd be the biggest issues. There's plenty of guys that could be the face of the NBA. You just got to put them on fucking TV and let them play basketball. You got to watch them. Jokic should have national televised games all the time. Niggas should not be sitting here surprised when Damian Lillard plays well, but it's because Dame isn't consistently on TV. You give him every other year to be on TV, and he goes from overrated to underrated to overrated to underrated. Like, we can't sit there and say there's a problem finding the face of the league when niggas are just lazy. You don't want to find the face of the league. You want niggas to just throw a nigga in your face like he's LeBron, Steph Curry. You just want it pushed in your face. You don't want to actually find guys that are great. Find guys that are good. Niggas was hollering about Shea for so long. Now, I'll give Go Bells that. Go Bells had the pom-poms going for Shea for years. Since Chris Paul was there, he was like, yo, this nigga Shea is like that. No one knew until this year. He becomes an all-star now. Oh, man, this guy Shea, he's potentially one of those guys. He's been like that. The hype's been there if you've seen him play.
Let me say this to go back to what Bezos was saying about the depth. I don't know specifically what years we're talking about comparing the recent time to. I think though back then they did a better job probably at looking at depth. I'm looking at the 80s and stuff. When they had deep drafts like this, when they had these 162 pick round 7 drafts, I'm finding guys who even at the bottom in round 7 had like very respectable careers, like very, very respectable careers. But I think they did a better job of, I know this is going to sound crazy. I'm just going to go out there and say it. They did a better job at evaluating talent back then. They did a better job of vetting the people as well, giving people actual chances to play a defined role. But when you get these guys that are supposed to come in and, I don't know, do everything, save franchises, you know, and be a part of this franchise, especially coming out of this ball is life era, they don't last as long. I think that's the main thing that Rich Paul was talking about in that tweet. Ball is life got kids fucked up. Ball is life, Instagram, I don't know, all these other leagues around the world. Like Mikey Williams is famous right now and might not make it to the league, might not get to that second deal because the focus is on the money. The focus is on, yo, I got picked higher. The focus is on, I was on all these All-American games and all this other stuff like that. I think that's what he was personally talking about. And that era that we just looked at, what was that, 2015? That's in that Ball is Life hoop mixtape peak YouTube era where everybody just thought they were the shit. And some of those dudes did not make it. A lot of those dudes didn't make it.
Yeah.
Tough.
Super tough.
Fuck them guys. I'm just saying, bro. Niggas lost their goddamn mind.